Sparking Zero has been out for a little over a week now, and if you've played DP battles, I'm sure you've all seen this screen. Yes, the time's up screen. I've played a lot of DP battles and I've got the screen so much that at this point I just expect it in the game. But that actually highlights a huge problem in all of DP Sparking Zero matches, the health problem. Now, we all know that Sparking Zero wasn't going to be a balanced game at launch, but it is good to still talk about the problems it has in online in its current state. And so this video, I really want to focus on the DP matches in general, because about half or maybe even like 60-75% of my matches, once you get up to a high enough skill, ends in timeout. And I personally, I'm a firm believer in comebacks. I've always been pretty good at comebacks, or I've got a lot of comebacks in my gaming career, I guess. But seeing the timeout screen prevents you from coming back in so many situations because you're not able to fully utilize your characters down to their last bar of HP. Now, when I say Sparking Zero has a health point problem, what do I mean by that? I mean that within this designated time that Bandai Namco has given us for the DP battles, we're not actually able to all the time get rid of the full health bar. Some people will say, oh, it's a skill issue. Oh, you gotta just learn longer combos. Oh, you gotta do this, and that. But you could learn the longest combo in the game. There is no true combo in this game. So you could actually break out of anything and then still find a way to increase your health bars or even switch out to characters and get more health. Now, there's a few problems that DP battles was facing. The first one being the switch outs. Switch outs in DP battles are too overpowered right now. It doesn't take long for your switch out meter to charge the full. And once it's charged the full, there's no reason not to switch out. Because when you switch your character out, your character actually heals his health back. He gets more health just as if he was resting in Dragon Ball FighterZ. You switch your character out and they regenerate health as they're not fighting. This already makes the mechanic of switching out broken. Because if it's going to charge up really fast, that means that it's really useful to be able to gain more and more health without having any sort of repercussions for gaining health. In Sparking Zero, some characters have skill points, right? And some of the skills that these characters have are heal abilities. It literally lets them heal a certain amount of health. But that comes with a consequence. They are stuck in an animation that plays out, which can get countered. You could get hit as you're trying to heal, which automatically will stop your whole healing process. But the switch out is completely different because you could switch out so fast in this game. As soon as you get hit out of a combo, you could hit that switch out button, and that allows you to start gaining more health immediately, which means having an unlimited amount of switch outs in a Sparking Zero game already is broken because of how fast you're able to switch your characters out, and the amount of health that they're getting would automatically make the game even longer, causing you to not be able to finish the games that you're playing. Now, the best way to fix this, they could do a couple things. They could either, one, get rid of health regeneration on switch outs, because there's no way for you to force a character to switch out to another character unless you completely get rid of their health bar. They're not switching out. In FighterZ, there was a way to force switch a character out. They couldn't just sit there and heal their health. No, there was a move to switch the character that you want to fight so that they can't just regain health whenever they want. The second thing that they could do is limit the amount of switch outs that you have per match. If they put a cap at how many switch outs you could have, like around 3 switch outs a match, then it would automatically make the game a little bit more balanced, because you can't just use switch outs all the time. No, you have to think about when you switch out, maybe wait till like you're a certain amount of HP, the right timing. But as it stands right now, you could just switch out whenever you want as long as that meter is charged. And my third fix for this, just increasing the amount of time it takes for your switch out bar to fill up. Because of the timing for that increase, then it wouldn't be nearly as big a problem and you could focus more time to fighting the character that's in front of you. All 3 of these things would help reduce the amount of time matches take, because you wouldn't have to worry about more health if Bandai decided to fix any of these things. Now, another thing I've been seeing in DP matches has been spamming characters like Yajirobe, right? Yajirobe is a character that could get 3 bars of health within like less than a second if he has 5 bars of skill. Now I know the 5 bars of skill takes a while to charge up, and so you're just supposed to be on your toes and look out for it whenever they have the 5 bars of skills. But there's still ways for Yajirobe players to get around things like this by utilizing things like the switching out when you get knocked back almost immediately, and then just popping that skill point. Now I think the only way to get through this, to fix this type of thing, is one, give Yajirobe less health on his sensu beans, or just less health in general, or 2, completely reset the skill points on switch outs. If you switch out to a character and then switch back in, usually you'd have all the skill points you had when you switch out. So there's like no negative effect of switching out. But if they reset the amount of skill points you have to back to 0 or even to 1 or something, then it would definitely change the game. You wouldn't be able to utilize skills from a character that's just been sitting healing up for the longest time. That would already balance the game if they decided to make you lose the skill points you get from switch-ins. Now those are the main problems with Sparking Zero. Now I don't think that being able to regenerate your health in and of itself is a problem, but especially with like how people are playing at the higher ranks in DP, you just won't really be able to finish most of your matches, and you could probably actually be doing the most damage throughout the entire DP match. But if they focus on health, if they focus on health regeneration, switching out characters, having more characters, then automatically they have like a 90% chance advantage of winning the match over if you wanted to just play any character, because all they'd really have to do is wait for the time to run out, and oh, they probably had 3 or 4 characters sitting in the back waiting to be used. Now, does this problem make the game unplayable? Of course not. Like, the game's still very much playable, but of course, like, the meta right now is definitely focusing on health regeneration using characters like Yajirobe and so on. So if the game's gonna be like that, they definitely need to increase the amount of time that you get for DP matches, because you just won't be able to do anything with the amount of time you have with players abusing the health system. Now, do I think this will be fixed? Of course. Single matches is probably like the best ranked matches as of right now, because every single match I've played, I've never once had the time run out. The only way you could really get the time to run out is if you're just like messing around, you're not really actually fighting. But single matches is probably the best form of ranked matches right now. And I'll even make another video comparing the two, DP matches and single matches. So be sure to drop a sub and we'll dive into those problems another day. Now, do you agree with my take? I used to be a DP battle main, but now I'm not sure anymore, just because of the players I've been running into. So be sure to drop a like, and I'll catch y'all later.